You are losing about 4 hours of your life every single day to a mental storm you do not even realize you are in. It is not just stress, it is a slow fading of who you actually are. Most people think they need a fancy vacation or a week at a spa to fix this feeling of being overwhelmed. But the truth is, you can be sitting on a beach and still feel like your mind is a cluttered mess of worries. I want to show you how to find a quiet space inside your own head, even when the world outside is screaming. We are going to look at the exact moment you lose your balance and how to snatch it back. Think about the last time you truly felt like yourself. Maybe it was 10 years ago, or maybe it was just a fleeting second last Tuesday while you were drinking a cup of coffee. For most of us, that feeling of being home in our own skin is rare. We spend our days reacting to pings on our phones, demands from our bosses, and the heavy weight of our own expectations. It feels like standing in the middle of a literal storm. The wind is whipping around you, the rain is stinging your eyes, and you cannot see 2 feet in front of your face. In this state, you are not living. You are just surviving. You are making decisions based on fear and exhaustion rather than what you actually want for your life. Let's look at a guy named Marcus. Marcus is 35 years old and works as an architect in a busy city like Chicago. Every morning, Marcus wakes up at 6:30 and immediately feels a knot in his stomach. He has not even gotten out of bed yet, but his mind is already at the office. He thinks about the blueprints he needs to finish and the client who is never happy. By the time he is brushing his teeth, his heart rate is already up. He is not in his bathroom anymore. He is in the future, fighting a battle that has not even happened yet. This is the first sign of the storm. We do this all the time without thinking. We leave the present moment and go live in a scary version of the future or a painful version of the past. When we do this, we leave an empty space where our true self should be. We become a ghost in our own lives, just going through the motions. There is a real, scientific reason why this happens to us. Deep inside your brain, there is a tiny part called the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as a smoke detector. Its only job is to look for danger. Back when humans lived in the wild, this was great for spotting lions. But today, your brain treats an angry email from your boss the same way it would treat a hungry lion. It sends a signal to your body to dump a chemical called cortisol into your blood. Cortisol makes your heart beat faster and your breathing get shallow. It shuts down the part of your brain that thinks creatively so it can focus on running away. The problem is, you cannot run away from an email. So that chemical just sits in your body, making you feel jittery and on edge for hours at a time. When Marcus is at his desk, he feels this tightness in his chest. He thinks he is just tired, but really, his body is in a state of high alert. He tries to drink more coffee to push through it, but that only makes the storm inside him grow louder. He is losing touch with the guy who used to love drawing just for fun. To find peace in this storm, we have to learn how to turn off that smoke detector when there is no actual fire. We have to learn to come back to the room we are actually in. There is a simple trick called the 3-3-3 rule. It is a way to pull your brain out of the future and back into your body right now. First, you look around and name 3 things you can see. Marcus might see his blue coffee mug, a crack in the window, and a yellow pencil. Then, you listen for 3 things you can hear. It might be the hum of the fridge, a car driving by outside, or the sound of your own breath. Finally, you move 3 parts of your body. You wiggle your toes, roll your shoulders, and clench your fists. This tells your brain that you are safe in here. It sounds almost too simple to work, but it changes the way your nervous system is firing. It breaks the loop of the storm for just a second. And sometimes, a second is all you need to remember who you are. Peace is not the absence of noise. It is the ability to be still in the middle of it. Think of a lighthouse in a place like Peggy's Cove. The waves are crashing against the rocks with enough power to shake the ground. The wind is howling and the salt spray is everywhere. But the lighthouse does not move. It does not try to stop the waves. It just stands there and shines its light. You are the lighthouse. The storm is your schedule, your bills, and the news. You cannot stop the waves from hitting the shore, but you don't have to be swept away by them. The journey back to yourself starts with small, quiet choices. It might be choosing to sit in your car for 2 minutes in silence before you walk into your house. It might be the way you wash your dishes. Instead of rushing to get them done, you feel the warm water on your hands and the smell of the soap. These are called micro moments of peace. They are like small stones you use to build a path out of the woods. You cannot build the whole path at once. We also have to talk about the noise we choose to let in. Every time you scroll through social media, you are inviting 100 different voices into your head. You see someone's perfect kitchen or their fancy vacation, and suddenly, your own life feels like it is not enough. The storm gets a little darker. Comparison is like throwing gasoline on the fire of your anxiety. It pulls you away from your own truth and makes you want someone else's reality. Maya, a middle school teacher I know, struggled with this every single night. She would come home exhausted and spend 2 hours looking at people she didn't even like. She felt like she was drowning in a sea of other people's opinions. She had forgotten that she loved to sit on her porch and watch the sunset. One day, she decided to leave her phone in a drawer for the entire evening. The first hour was hard because she felt itchy and bored. But then, something happened. She noticed the way the light was hitting the trees outside. She remembered the smell of the rain on the pavement. She started to feel like Maya again, not just a teacher or a consumer. She found a pocket of silence that belonged only to her. Finding yourself again is often about subtracting things, not adding them. It is about clearing away the junk that is piled up over your heart. Imagine a glass of water with a handful of sand thrown into it. If you keep stirring the water, the sand stays floating and the water looks brown and messy. But if you set the glass down and leave it alone, the sand slowly falls to the bottom. The water becomes clear again. Your mind works the same way. When you stop stirring the pot with constant stimulation, your natural peace starts to settle back into place. It was always there, just hidden under the dirt. The climax of this journey happens when you realize that the storm cannot actually hurt the real you. It can hurt your feelings or your pride, but it cannot touch your soul. There is a deep, quiet place inside you that is always okay. It is the part of you that watched the clouds when you were 5 years old. That kid is still there. They are just waiting for you to stop being so busy so they can come out and play for a while. Returning to yourself is the most important work you will ever do. When you are at peace, you are a better parent, a better friend, and a better worker. You don't react out of anger because you have a buffer between the world and your heart. You have a sanctuary that you carry around inside you. Start tomorrow morning. Before you check your phone, take 3 deep breaths. Feel the weight of your body on the mattress. Remind yourself that you are more than your to-do list. You are a living, breathing human being who deserves to feel calm. The storm might still be there when you open your eyes, but you will be the one standing in the center of it, totally still. If you want to keep building this quiet path and finding your way back home, join me on Calm Pathway 77 and hit subscribe.